How long did you stay up last night? You went to club last night, no?
Oh no, I'm actually late. I didn't drink.
Are you
I'm
going
tired.
Is your boyfriend DJ?
He's DJ director of music. So he's just playing in his friend's club one day, then sometimes Friday, sometimes Saturday.
Nice.
Oh no, like she's a journalist and she was going to work in Japan. I've been in Jesus today.
You take Saturday class also?
No, we just practice with the. No, the other guy,
Korean guy, Chaeyoung? The fat short guy? Chaeyoung.
Yes.
Is he good?
Oh yeah, he's good.
He's good? Yeah, Chaeyoung, yes. Okay, guys. Let's start. Okay, hello everyone. I see familiar face. I see new faces. But regardless, welcome everyone. Before we go in, let's see if I got everyone's name right. Chamika?
No.
No?
Ta.
Ta, okay. Tamika.
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 Not ta. Ta.
Ta.
Yes.
Tamika. Okay, that pronunciation doesn't exist in Korean, so.
Yes, but
Give it.
give English.
We're trying. We're trying.
Okay, yes. Tamika.
Do you even know how to say my name properly?
What is your name? Please tell me.
And you, it's Junyoung. Junyoung, by the way.
Junyoung?
Yes.
Okay, Junyoung. Something.
Okay. And Julie. And Sonok. SD. Marie. And Latifa. Okay. Welcome. And since most of you would probably know how this class works, I'll do it very briefly and move on. We do Korean class, and especially for Marie and new Korean partners, if you guys look to your right and left, you should see partners that are not your nationality. Now, those guys are going to be your partner that will help you to improve your Korean further. So, I will move on. I will teach Korean, and I'll go over about 5 minutes, and I'll give you guys 2 to 3 minutes to review and do some activities. And that's when Korean partners come in. You're going to explain how the Korean works, some difficult part to your partners. So basically, I'm making you guys do my work. But by doing that, you guys will be able to improve your English ability a lot also. So, and you go watch movies, we go drink, we go to club, we do a bunch of things. Oh, by the way, who is coming to eat after class? Raise your hand. We gotta book fast.
What are we eating?
We haven't decided yet. Raise your hand. Marie, you're not coming?
I'm sorry, I have class later.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Hopefully next time. But anyway, does everyone have Kakao Pay?
No.
Okay, I'll give you guys some time to make Kakao Pay system today.
It doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work for me either.
Yes, I really
Really?
tried many times. Yes,
You say, I even tried now. I've been trying this
I
week.
tried with the
Mhm.
video. I tried so many times. I think it's because you need a Korean number.
I have a Korean number, ARC, everything, nothing. And I put my name in all caps.
Same
Nothing.
with Korean.
You guys have Korean bank account. That is weird. And because of that, we're having tough time.
It doesn't work for me. It doesn't even let me advance past the phone number stage. It says there's something wrong with my settings and Kakao.
Okay, we'll dig into that later because like we've been having some problem paying booking some place because the owner usually do not accept separate payments because it takes too long. You know, it would be a lot easier to like I just pay, everyone just pays me with Kakao Pay. We'll work on that.
Or bank transfer also.
But anyway, this was last week. Yonghwan is up at the front. 안녕하세요. 여기 앉으시면 돼요. But anyway, I will give you guys about 5 minutes in English. Talk about, introduce yourself to each other. It doesn't necessarily have to be your partner. Just like reach out. Oh, what's your name? Where are you from? And talk about how was your week? Like SD, like you were being very crazy last weekend until 3 a.m. Sounds very fun. Anyway, like that. Talk about how was your week. Talk about your nationality. What do you do in Korea? And all that. I'll give you guys about 5 minutes. So here we go.
What's the date?
Yeah, because while I was booking the tickets, I was in India, I still managed to get it somehow. So tickets like, I think, 5 to 4 months ago. I always managed to get constant tickets somehow. Like I did the worst, I did the worst possible seats. Still get some. There are like a lot of restrictions. You can only book the ticket for yourself. Also, they do like an identity verification. Even if you go with your friends, there's no guarantee that you sit with your friends. They might get their seat somewhere else. Sit very calm. They have that lights.
Hi, Rebecca. You can see that you guys met recently. Yeah. Oh, nice to meet you.
Can we switch partners?
Yeah. I know, and like you guys are partners. Like, not that she doesn't like me. 그 소분이랑
Do you know where Texas is? Do you know where Mexico is?
The only acting was like just like a straight face, no expression. The ID
Julie. He's not leaving you because he doesn't like you. Like we're trying to like get everyone to like meet new people.
And essentially,
every possible I like music in general, so
but it was
I relate myself to the fandom.
I could understand
Like I feel last week I went to like TXT's concert. And then these girls sitting behind me, they were like saying some sexualizing the guys like disturbed by that's their job. The best thing to do is just listen to music and don't care about
Okay, everybody. Okay, guys. I will give you a lot more time to talk and explain. One rule is when I hold this magic Americano of authority, I want everyone to concentrate on me. So, to Mika, did I say it right this time?
yes,
Okay, thank you. How was your week?
my week was nice,
Your week was nice?
yes.
Was like mostly chilling?
I got a position change at my school.
At your
so-
school?
Yes, so that was good for me, I was really happy.
Okay, so it's a good change.
Yes, a good change. I had a request that I thought was going to be denied, and they approved it.
Ah, okay, that is very good. Rebecca and Latifa, I see that some of my French-speaking students met and went to party on Thursday. I was scared while watching your Instagram. Like, are they talking shit about me behind my back? Of course you did. Okay. Now I'm even more scared. How was it? Was it fun? It was so fun. Oh. Should I be scared?
Yeah, we were scared. Yeah.
Okay. And Sonok, how was your week?
Pretty
good.
Pretty good?
When my air conditioning broke.
Air conditioner broke.
Yeah.
At this weather.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound fun at all.
No. But they fixed it pretty quickly, so that was good.
Okay, nice. And Marie, how was your week?
Very busy.
Very busy. Do you work here?
Yes, I work as a journalist.
Oh, you're a journalist.
Yeah. So you can probably imagine yesterday was really crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So I worked until actually later than midnight.
Uh-huh.
So due to the time difference with Denmark, I had to do so much like radio, television, and
Uh-huh.
that was really crazy.
Oh, yeah. You guys all saw the news yesterday, right? SD, you didn't know? Journalist? What happened yesterday?
Shinzo, the former prime
Oh,
minister
yeah,
of
yeah.
Japan,
Okay, okay.
he was murdered.
That is.
Yeah, he got shot and he died, right?
He died.
Yeah, like the
Not right away.
yeah, like the news was saying like, oh, just
It was
cardiac
really
arrest for like hours.
It took like many hours at the hospital. We were
Uh-huh.
all sitting and waiting. I was asked to write his obituary even before he passed away.
Yeah.
Really, really tough.
I mean, like him and Koreans, like we never got along well. But
I
still,
wrote
like he
that
didn't
obituary.
deserve that.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
Yeah, it was really shocking.
Yeah, I imagine it was crazy yesterday.
And for me, there are not that many people in Denmark. It's a very small country.
Hmm.
So I don't just cover Korea. I also cover China and Japan
Mhm.
and Taiwan.
So yesterday was mostly about Japan, I guess.
Only.
Yeah, only, okay. So for me, this week, I started working out. So like all my body parts are in pain right now. Like, oh my God. But, which is good because it is directly related to today's topic. So today's topic is going to hospital, telling doctor that I am sick. For international students, have any of you been to hospital? And without speaking English? In Korean? Nice. Without any friend?
Yeah, hello.
Tamika, you also?
Yeah, they didn't ask any questions. They just threw medicine at me like, you're good to go.
Was it for vaccine or like you got actually sick?
I had an infection, but like, that was it.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I can't keep having trouble when they just said, here's some medicine, you'll be fine.
Okay. In most Korean hospitals, it works that way. Doesn't require much talking. You just say your symptoms, and doctors usually just say same thing. Don't be stretched so much. Sleep 8 hours. Drink a lot of water. No matter what you got, and just like go. Here's the prescription. But it will be still good because many foreigners are having tough time of at least choosing which hospital to go from the beginning. And if there's no Korean friend, and if the doctor doesn't speak English, they have a tough time. Oh, what should I say? Like, how should I say? Like, I have a stomach ache, I have a headache, they're all different. So we're gonna learn about that today. But before that, I want to know about you guys' healthcare system. Surely, Korean healthcare system is pretty good. The hospital is quite cheap. America, on the contrary, it is not. The healthcare system. 12 years ago, I had bronchitis, which is like, it was COVID 12 years ago. So I went to doctor, and the doctor said, like, oh, like drink a lot of water, here's the prescription, and that was $180 for 5 minutes. And I went to pharmacy, and like I had some antibiotic, and that was like $70 also.
Do you have insurance at the time there?
Yes, so it's because I had insurance, the appointment with doctor itself was free, but the medicine was still so expensive. Oh my God. So I'll give you about 3 minutes. Talk about you guys' healthcare system. Like, oh, is it free? Do you need appointment to see doctors? Or like, oh, is the medicine expensive and all that? So I'll give you guys 3 minutes. Here we go.
It was never costing any money.
I've never been on the floor, so I've never been on the floor. I never had to pay for it.
Except for maybe $1 stipend. That's been allowed.
Since she like the lower class,
I'm sorry, it was not.
there are a lot of doctors who in different clinics. So we can go to any doctor that is physician. There are also hospitals treatments are the quality is bad as well as
Me?
Yes, he was talking aloud.
Was I talking to someone? Yes, I was talking to my imaginary girlfriend.
She will die.
Hmm?
She will die.
Yeah.
And I could go to the doctor to see but I can only look at which may be tomorrow. Yeah, let's see. Even if they don't have insurance.
Okay, everyone. I added this activity because I was like actually I was actually curious about how healthcare system works in other countries. So Sono, if I go to a hospital in Australia, how does it work? Super expensive? Cheap?
It depends if you, what sort of visa I think you would have, and if you're technically in Australia or...
Let's say I have like insurance and all that.
Yeah. It should be free.
Oh, it's free.
But as I was just saying, if you end up in the emergency room,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty much take a number and wait. So unless you are dying,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be sitting in that waiting room
Okay.
probably all night.
Okay.
Yeah, like you come in with a broken arm, sit over there,
Oh, really?
wait your turn. Yeah.
Wait your turn. There's no appointment or anything? No? Oof. How about India?
Healthcare in India is pretty cheap.
Pretty cheap?
Almost everyone, like, I think around 50% of the population can get by without the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there are a lot of doctors who run their own clinics. So people can just go there to get like checkups or like get medicines or prescriptions. And most of the medicines can also be bought without prescriptions.
Without prescription?
So you can just go and like get an aspirin and stuff like that.
Just this might be stereotype, but like I imagine there will be long waiting lists when you go to Indian hospital.
Yeah. You need to wait for a long time.
For a long time.
Too many people.
Too many people. How about Denmark? How does it work?
Well, it's Scandinavian, so we have the biggest free healthcare system in the world.
Biggest free healthcare system. Oh, that sounds good.
It sounds good, but in reality, it's actually not so good.
Why?
Well, it's like when you go, you have to wait for the hospital for like so many hours. And especially if you don't go to the hospital, but you just see a doctor because just like, I don't know, your arm hurts or your leg hurts or something. When you actually enter, the doctor will talk with you for like 1 minute and then give you a phone number, and you have to go to a new clinic and a new clinic and a new clinic. Because every time you visit a doctor, they get so much money, but they're lazy, so they don't really want to do it. So they just send you to another clinic all the time.
Okay.
So even if you just, like, I don't know, if your arm is broken, maybe you have to visit 6 doctors in order to someone actually looking at your arm and say, okay, it's broken, I will help you. So that's quite bad.
That sounds rather inconvenient.
It's really time consuming.
How about Morocco?
If it's like something is easy, like you catch cold or something, I think also the medicine is free, the doctor is free, but if it's something dangerous, you have to buy your medicine, and it's not expensive, but it's good. But you have to wait also, like your number.
No appointment?
You can, but it's
like it doesn't really matter.
If you go so early morning, maybe you'd be like the first person or second, but if you go late, you will have to wait more.
And Korean hospital is the same. When you go, there's like so many old people just waiting in line. Like the line never ends for us also. And I imagine it will be similar in France, or is it different?
Yeah, in France, like if I compare France to Canada, I live in both countries.
Yeah, but Canada, yes.
I think the French system is better than the Canadian. Like in Australia, it's completely free in Canada, but you have to wait hours, and if you're like dying, then they won't get you. So what most people do is that if they have money, is to go to private clinics and pay a bit more, so they can be treated right away. But whenever you have something more serious, you have to go to a specialist, and then if your insurance doesn't cover everything, then you might have to pay a bit. While in France, if I remember well, it's also free for most things. But what I like is that when families have like young children, they can just call the doctor, and the doctor will come to their house.
Doctor come to you?
Yeah, and then they treat it, especially for young families. I think when you're older, it might be different.
That sounds convenient and less time consuming. And how about US? Did I get it wrong? That was just one experience, like the healthcare system. My experience was super money-consuming experience.
I mean, I think it depends. Like, I have government insurance. There's also way less waiting than everybody explained. Like, you have an appointment, and if it's an emergency, you could pretty much be seen right away. I didn't have to pay for anything because of, it depends on your income. So I never paid for anything. I never paid for medicine. And except for maybe 1,001, if ever I had to pay, even for a surgery. And if you need to go to the doctor, they refer you to a specialist, it's one specialist. So when I got my wisdom teeth removed, all I had to do was just go to one specialist. He examined it, scheduled me without asking me like, okay, do you want your wisdom teeth removed here? Scheduled me for an appointment, and that was free.
That was free?
Yeah, I got my wisdom teeth removed for free. They didn't even erupt. I just asked them, can I have them removed, and they just removed them for free.
Do you have like super insurance?
No, it's the government. It's the government. The government offers insurance depending on how much money you have. So, like, considering my family situation, and because I grew with my grandmas,
okay.
all of that kind of plays a factor in. But also, it depends on what you know. if you're a type of person, if you know about the resources, you can get access to a lot of free stuff, but a lot of people don't know about it. The only bad thing is the ambulance is about 2.5 million won. That is never covered by insurance. So a lot of people will not take an ambulance. And I one time had a severe allergic reaction, and I told them, please don't take me on the ambulance.
Oh yeah, that's
Because I couldn't afford the ambulance bill. And they said we have to because they used an EpiPen and.
So it has to be ambulance.
Yes, so that's the only thing that's really bad with the ambulance.
A very expensive ride.
Yeah, and it was only about 5 minutes.
Oh. So just guys, remember when you go to US, don't take an ambulance. So here's today's first goal. When you go to hospital and after long waiting list of old people, when you finally meet your doctor, the doctor's going to say, oh, how can I help you? And you're going to say, oh, my head hurts, I have fever too. Now, if you have been to my class, you guys know what the red thing means. Sono, what does red thing mean? The red, what does it mean?
Interchangeable?
It is interchangeable. It can be head, but it can be hip, it can be chest, it can be stomach, whatever. And hurts also, it can be just pain, but it can be like cold, or it could be broken, it can be many also other symptoms. And I have fever too, same way. So before we move in further, we first need to know our body part to specify which part hurts to doctor. So I'm gonna go over quickly. I want you guys to repeat loudly after me now to not make it awkward. Koreans, even though you know, please repeat loudly after also. Okay, let's start with forehead. Forehead is ima. Ima. And eyebrow is 눈썹. 눈썹. Now, eye is 눈. 눈. Nose is 코. 코. And mouth is 입. 입. Now, on next slide, you should see the empty one. So, with your partner, I'll give you about 1 minute. Practice these parts, and there may be some facial parts that are not included. You can ask to your partner, and your partner will answer you. Here we go. Too easy for you, Jun? You know these all? You think so? How do you say ear? Qui. How about nose? How about hair? Oh, so you know this stuff then. Yeah. How about chin? Oh. Okay, you got this. Okay. Why are we even here then? Top. Top. Marie? Do you know this stuff? You know all of them. Are you intermediate or? You don't know? Oh yeah, like if you know how to say body talk, cool. you're not beginner then. Okay.
I should have like short conversations. I find this really funny.
Short interviews. So you prefer to have like debates with other people in Korean?
I can like introduce myself, but I think all like
appointments with the people I want to interview and stuff like that. So I know enough of it.
Sounds like you need to be you need to learn the next level, which is actually like profound conversation, right?
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I would like to learn, like, to actually do an in-depth interview with someone. As it is now, I mean, I can kind of do those talks, but that suits me, so.
Okay.
Do you have, like, mixed levels here?
Yeah, right now because it's free and like I'm just getting everyone right now. They came here knowing that this is basic class. But when there's more, I plan to make like advanced class, which is actually like having deeper conversation.
Yeah, but so the person who greeted Howdy is actually a friend. But I don't know if I
You invited him.
Well, he wanted to know about it.
Okay.
So I showed him like the chat link.
So Texas.
Not say howdy.
Howdy.
He's from Arkansas.
He's from
But he makes fun of me for being Texas.
I could imagine like him like.
He's also intermediate. So I was thinking, Robbie, I don't know.
Yeah, I plan to make like more advanced class, like actually like interviewing someone or having a like short debate about something. Like, oh, I agree to this. I don't agree to this because it is this, like that. And yeah, I plan to make it, but I need like more people first. Get more people to make the debate class then.
Or you said your name was
Okay, guys. Have you guys all practiced?
Yeah.
Too easy for you? Okay. So here's some parts that I didn't go through. Head is body, and the hair is 머리카락, but most Koreans do not say karak. They just say body. So I'm going to get my head cut. Koreans do say it. You're gonna look. No, don't do that. So like, don't be confused when Koreans say like, oh, I'm gonna get my head cut. It means like I'm getting hair cut. Now let's move into body parts because mostly when you go to the hospital, not just your face, your body parts are most likely to be in pain. So let's start from arm. Repeat loudly after me. 팔. Same with 8. 팔. Stomach is 배. Ass is 엉덩이. One more time, 엉덩이. And leg is 다리. 다리. Now leg also means bridge, in case you guys know. And the foot means is 발. 발. Now be careful with the pronunciation because it kind of sounds similar with 팔. Many people make that error. Like 팔 and 발. They sound similar, so be careful about that. And the hand is 손. Now it says sun, but it is 손. And the chest is 가슴. Repeat after me, 가슴. And neck is 목. 목. Okay, Rebecca taught me some body parts in French last week, but I cannot say it. They include ramen, but I'm not gonna say it. So again, I'll give you guys about 2 minutes practice with your partner, and if there are some parts that are not in this material and you want to know, go ahead, ask to your partner, and they will answer. Here we go. What? Ah, you want a pen? 시훈아. How did you? Are there any other body parts that you might not know? How about like pelvis and all that? You know that?
Pelvis?
Mhm.
What is pelvis?
Pelvis is 골반. 그러니까 이렇게 좀 어려운 것들을 좀 한번 물어봐 주세요. 네.
A lot of Koreans use elbow. Singular is South Koreans.
다시 물어볼게 한번. 아, 잠깐만. 한 대충 10명 정도 간다 생각해. 10명 정도. Okay, guys. Some international students are like, oh, these are too easy for me. Like when they're vaping, all that. Korean partners throw them some really hard stuff, like pelvis or fingernail, or like how do you say six pack in Korean? The answer is doesn't exist. Okay, so we will move on now. Now that we have known body parts, guys, can you focus? Hokken, yes, it's called abs. Now it is time to say your problem with the body parts. Now, you cannot say, oh, you have to say, oh, my head hurts. You cannot say my head is broken. Or you can, so you have to know which symptoms to say. So 아프다 is, so for some of you, so for some students that may have hard time with reading, I put some romanization from now on. So repeat after me, 아프다. 아프다 is generally in pain. And the second one is 걸리다. You guys know what it means? Catch, to catch, like a cold or a flu. Or for COVID also, you say 걸리다. I'm thirsty now. I'm just like drinking ice right now. Ramen cafe, is it right? Bring me coffee. Ramen cafe. Ramen cafe. Okay. So I got that part right. Okay. So the next one is 부러지다. Repeat after me. 부러지다. Latifa, you know what it means? It means 부러지다 is broken. Like you go ski or you go bike and you fall and your leg is broken, my arm is broken. You say 부러지다. The next one is 다치다. 다치다. It means injured. It sounds, it may look similar with 아프다. 아프다 is pain. 다치다, you're in pain also, but they're different. 다치다 is solely focused on like physical injury. 아프다 can also mean like psychological injury also. My heart, he broke my heart. You say 아프다 also. Yeah, like the 심장 is heart. When you say 심장이 아프다, it means, oh, I got a heart broken. The final one is 나다. Repeat after me, 나다. SD, do you know what it means? Yes, there is something coming out of your body. Like you could have a rash, you could have like a mole, but it could be blood also, like nosebleed. So, here are some examples. When you have a fever, you say 나다, because the fever is coming out of your body. Repeat after me, 열이 나다. And when you cough, the cough is coming from inside you. So repeat after me, 기침이 나다. 기침 is cough. You got a stomach ache. Your stomach is in pain. Now, 선호, what was in pain? How do you say in pain? 아프다. So you say 배가 아프다. Repeat after me, 배가 아프다. And when you got a toothache, it hurts. So you say 이가. Repeat after me, 이가 아프다. The next one is you got a broken leg. Rebecca, how do you say leg? 다리. And how do you say broken? 다리가 부러지다. That is, I got a broken leg. The next one is I got a cold, which is the most common thing. 감기. Repeat after me. 감기. And you say 걸리다, to catch. 감기에 걸리다. The final thing is I hurt my hand. This time is, let's say hand, it says finger, but now the hand was 손, remember? 손을 다치다. 손을 다치다. So I will give you about 2 to 3 minutes. Korean partners, there's got to be a lot more symptoms that you can say with using the body parts and the symptoms that we have learned earlier. make some variants and give them a little quiz, challenging quiz to your partners. So here we go. 아, 오케이, 오케이. SD, but 열 also means heat. So like you can say like heat island, that's like 열섬. Okay, guys, for now, do not worry about E or like Ka or right now. The focus is learning about body parts and symptoms. So Latifa, how do you say my ass is broken? How do you say it? I fell on ice and my ass is broken. How do you say that? Come on, this is serious. Mm-hmm. Come on, it can happen to anyone. How do you say broken? 부러지다. 엉덩이 부러지다. It's not like completely correct sentence, but you get the idea. So, if you go to doctor and the doctor is gonna say medical words, symptoms, and it's a little bit more confusing because they're Chinese, like the most symptoms words. And doctor's gonna say, oh, you have this, you got this. So repeat loudly after me. I'm gonna go quickly. I'm sick. In general, it's cold, it's 감기. 감기. Now, flu is 독감. 독감. And headache is 두통. 두통 is same with my head hurts, but in Chinese. And 치통 is toothache. Repeat after me. 치통. Now you could guess that 통 is pain, ache. Now the stomach ache is 복통. My stomach hurts. And when you drink so much that you vomit, it is 구토. 구토. You should be able to see 구토 a lot on Hongdae streets. And 변비. Repeat after me. 변비. It is constipation. I cannot poop. And the next one is 열. Just fever in general. And 고열 is the fever is so high that you gotta take emergency ambulance. But not in America. It's so expensive. The next one is 기침. Cough, 기침. And you got a runny nose is 콧물. And 암 is cancer, like hopefully like no one has to worry about this for a long time. So I'll give you about 1 minute. Ask your Korean partner some kind of other symptoms that you usually go, like you kind of have, so you might want to know that are not on this list. Here we go. 투석이죠, 투석. 알려주세요. 네. Yeah, that's very painful stuff.
What is diabetes?
항염병.
So that's the only thing.
This is also
Okay, guys. Guys, I forgot to put one very important symptom that everyone goes through at least once a week. It is called sukshi. Does everybody know what that means? Marie, do you know what sukshi means? It means hangover. Latifa, you had sukshi this. How about yesterday? Yeah. Okay. Here's the important part. Many people go to wrong hospital. Like, you cannot go to STD clinic and say, I have stomachache. It doesn't work that way. So you gotta know which hospital to go to first. Okay, so the first thing is mostly for your ear and nose. Like when you have a runny nose, or when your ear hurts. Repeat after me. 이빈후과. 이빈후과. Like nose and ear. The next hospital is gynecology. 산부인과. 산부인과. So this is solely for women, so ST, do not go here. And next part is 비뇨기과. Repeat after me. 비뇨기과. Now this is when male have a problem with pee. Like when they have a problem with kidney also. So ladies, you don't need to remember about this. The next thing is important, dentist. It is 치과. And eye clinic is 안과. And plastic surgery clinic, which you don't really need to know, but 성형외과. Has anybody went to 압구정 station before? The whole street is plastic surgery clinic. Oh my God, I was so shocked. And the next part is when you have a mole on your face and want to get rid of it, dermatology, 피부과. 피부과. And when you go to hospital and meet the doctor's going to give you prescription and you go to pharmacy, which is 약국. Repeat after me, 약국. So, now do not try to answer first. 귀가 아파요. 선옥, what does it mean?
Ear?
아파요?
Does your ear hurt?
Ear hurts, yes. And SD, do you know? 코가 막혀요? Yeah, my nose is like I cannot breathe properly. And 이가 아파요? Marie? They're like, oh, I had too much sugar. And 뼈가, I didn't go through this. 뼈 is bone in general. 뼈가 부러졌어요. 부러졌어요 is like broken. I have a broken bone. And Rebecca, 배가 아파요 would be my stomach hurts. So, first Korean partners, like first try to lead where you should go in this kind of situation. And Korea's partners give other symptoms, and international students try to guess which hospital you should go. I'll give you about 3 minutes. Here we go. 내과가 잠시만요. Okay, how do you say when you I forgot when you got stomach ache? Where do you go? Like where do you go in English?
General physician.
General physician. General physician. 네, 보통 그냥 그렇게 하면 돼요. 아니면 internal hospital. Like you ate something way too spicy, like your intestine like had too much spice and like you go to internal physician.
Is this same thing as what do you 위산 역류죠.
So that's why it's called.
Oh, you're too easy? Maybe?
Like we don't just this is easy, that one
Yep. So far, you're doing pretty okay. You're doing okay. Okay, guys. When your ear hurts, where do you go? 이빈후과, yes. Marie, when your nose is blocked, where do you go in Korean? 이비인후과? 이비인후과. And Latifa, when your teeth hurts, where do you go? 치과, yes. And Julie, if you got a broken bone, where do you go? 정형외과. But it can be 외과 in general. And like they'll get it. 외과 means like physician. Like when you got a broken bone. The last one, Rebecca, when your stomach hurts, where do you go? 내과. Like if you eat something bad, your intestines are like all messed up, or like if you have like acid reflux, you go to 내과, internal physician. So let's go to the real world situation. Okay, doctor is gonna say, "How can I help you?" The sentence itself means, "How did you come here?" But it means, "How can I help you?" They're gonna say it, so repeat after me. 어떻게 오셨어요? The doctor's gonna be like using computer and like they're gonna make you sit on this like wheel chair with a small chair with wheel that you can circle. 어떻게 오셨어요? Okay. 머리가 repeat after me. 머리가 아파서 왔어요. Now 왔어요 is past tense, but if I have to cover this, it's gonna take a while, so I didn't go like really cover it. I came here because my head hurts. 그리고 repeat after me. 그리고 which means and. 열. Now 도 is I have fever too. 열도 나요. So Korean partners, challenge your partner with symptom and body parts. And just like say, how can I help you? But you guys assign what kind of problem that your partners are having. I'll give you about 2 minutes. Here we go. What's your problem? Because like the Bruce come up, it will be easier to like understand that way. Bruce come up. Okay, everyone. Have you guys? Okay, everyone. I have the Magic Americano up. Has everybody practiced? Okay. If you might have noticed, the course itself is super basic, and on this material, I only put super basic stuff. But it is fine because even if you guys know what's on here, there are some symptoms and body parts that you might not know. And since there are Korean partners next to you, you can ask certain things that you don't know. So use it, like use your partner, take advantage of this opportunity and ask everything that you want to know. And Korean partners, as you explained, it will be a good opportunity to practice and improve your English. Now, when you say your symptom, it is time for the doctor to say, do this and don't do this. So the recommendation, we're going to learn do this first. Okay, it can be distinguished into two parts. You guys know that the verb 하세요, 하다, it has like so many ways to say verb. So when there's noun plus 하세요, and the second one is there's verb. Okay, let's do it the second one first. 마시다, you guys know what that is, right? To drink. 마시다, so from 마시다, you take out 다 and just say 세요. 마시세요. It means you drink. You drink your Americano, like that. So doctors would say, oh, you drink a lot of water. But when 으세요 is, when it ends with 받침, with consonant, you say 으세요. So 먹다, you know what it means, right? To eat. So from 먹다, you take 다 out, and since the 먹 ends with consonant 받침, you add 으세요, 먹으세요. And for noun plus 하세요, 빨래. Do you know what it means? Laundry. Do your laundry is just 빨래 plus 하세요. Do your laundry. So do your party is 파티하세요. And okay, next one, repeat after me. Do your homework is 숙제 하세요. 숙제 하세요. And the next one is go in, 들어가다. But you can, when you say go in, it means go home safely in Korean. It's like an idiom. 들어가다 would be 들어가세요. Repeat after me. 들어가세요. So I'll give you about 2 minutes. There are all kinds of verbs that you can conjugate with 하다 and some verbs that you might want to know. Korean partners make it challenging also. I'll give you about 2 minutes. So here we go. Julie, are you tired?
No, don't you heard my conversation?
No, I didn't have to hear it. You have like. I'm not sure which kind of hospital to go when you're sleepy. 졸려서 왔어요. Well, that's a good practice. Okay, everyone. Because our renting the classroom time is limited, let's move on. I want to talk about your partner, like with you guys, about like natural remedies in your country that are not exactly scientifically proven right. Like for example, in Korean, like people say like when you're stung by bee, like put your saliva on it, which is horrible idea actually, but like old people say it. So like that's one example of it. So with your partner, like I'm sure that in all of your country you have some pseudo medical remedies that are not exactly scientifically proven. So I'll give you about 2 minutes. Talk about that with your partners. What is this? Huh?
Blue bottle.
Oh, like the coffee brand or what? Oh, like like when you get stung by it. Like what do you do?
They say to pee on it.
A pee on it. Oh, there are like so many natural medicine involves pee.
These are everywhere.
Some old people in India who drink cow meat. It's supposed to be very healthy.
It's really natural.
It's supposed to be disgusting.
Okay, guys. I heard something interesting. SD, I think I heard something. Okay, SD, I think I heard something about cow pee. Well, like, what do you do with cow pee and why?
So people think that cow pee is supposed to be like a disinfectant.
Mm-hmm.
So there are like these old people who live in villages and stuff. They drink cow pee because they think that it helps maintain their health and keep them healthy.
Is it in any way scientifically proven?
I have no clue, but it's very disgusting. So
Okay.
I don't want to know.
You know, it's interesting. Like so many natural remedies in so many culture involves urine. Like in Australia, when is urine used?
If you're stung by a jellyfish or a bluebottle, they say to pee on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not recommended.
It's not recommended.
This is
Not scientifically proven.
Yeah.
Okay. And there is one remedy that many Koreans use when they have symptom called hangover. It's they drink more. Like they drink until 6 a.m. and I got hangover. I need to cure it, and they drink more. They say it's good for you. Like they say like it helps. Okay. Does it? Yongwon? Have you ever had haejangsur?
No, never.
Actually, we have it in Denmark as well.
Denmark as well.
We call it a reparation test.
Sounds very nice, but it's like drinking more, no?
Yeah.
Call it hair of the dog.
Australian does that too. Hair of the dog? How about Canada? Do people drink?
I've heard of it, but I don't usually see people drinking more. Either when they're
I think it's just an excuse to drink more. I don't know. But I can see that many countries drink more when they're drunk. So this would be, last thing that we learned is, don't do it. It's quite easy. Almost same with do it. But, so when there's verb, like 마시다, which is to drink, you take out 다 and add 지 마세요. It means don't do it. Now this is universal. Like it can be worked. This works with or without 받침. So it is quite easy. So 술 마시지 마세요. SD, what does it mean? Don't drink alcohol. Rebecca, do you know what 운동 means?
working out.
So how do you say don't work out? Like when you have a broken bone, doctor will probably say, do not work out. And in general, Julie, how do you say, do not smoke? The verb for smoke is 담배 피다. Same with weed, like everything that like you. But of course, 피다, you take 다 out and you add 치 마세요. So we don't have a lot of time, so guys, ask like one or two verbs that you want to know, and Koreans tell that verb, and you guys practice and turn into don't do it. I'll give you about 1 minute. Here we go. 이거 하고 이제 마지막이지.
미리 다 드려서 너무 급하게 안 돼.
아, 이미 다 드렸어?
너무 급하게 안 돼.
아, 오케이.
3분이니까 되게 잘.
아, 그래? 아, 나는 그거까지 하려고 하다 보니까 이제 빨리 하는 거예요.
너무 급하게.
How are you? Good?
I think I have to go to the doctor already. I'm sick.
You're sick?
I catch cold.
You got a cold?
Ah, yes. I get cold 2 times this week. I just take a medicine, I feel good. The second day, I go out, I get hot. I go subway, it's frozen. Outside cold, outside hot. It's like, take a medicine.
There's a disease called 냉방병. It's called air conditioned disease. Like it's hot outside, you're sweating, you get to like subway, like it's all like evaporates, it feels cold.
You know how we can do it? We can do that really. If you take jacket jacket is hot if you remove the jacket is cold.
Yeah, that's true. Damn it.
If you take umbrella, it's not raining. If you don't take umbrella, it's raining.
I decided to just not bring umbrella.
Me too.
I'm just like, if it rains, I'll take rain. I'm not bringing umbrella
Yeah,
anymore.
me too.
COVID days have like
Okay, guys. I was listening to your guys' conversation. Oh, like this is like nothing here now. Latifa gave some great new disease that like no one really probably knows. Do you guys know what 냉방병 is? Julie, you're so advanced. Do you know what 냉방병 is? It's a form of disease, I guess. Do you know what it means? 냉방병. 냉방 is air conditioner. Like you guys know, like it's so hot outside, but like when you go to Subway, the air conditioner is so strong, the sweat evaporates, and it feels cold. So like when you stay in Subway for too long, you'll feel sick. But like it's a dilemma. Like when you wear a jacket, it's hot, but like when you take it out, it's cold. It's called 냉방병. Usually it happens in summer. If you guys know this, then you say to your Korean friend, "Oh, 냉방병 걸렸어." Your Korean friends will be like, "Oh, how do you know that?" So, about verbs, I think that many of you are quite advanced. So if there are some verbs that you ask to your Korean partners, most foreigners would also don't know about that. So, Tamika,
Yes,
what verb did you ask to your partner?
about upset. And
Upset.
we got 속상하다, 열받다, and 화내다.
Okay.
Emotionally.
To be upset is 속상하다. My inside hurts. Like, I'm upset. Julie, what verb did you ask to your partner?
마약하지 마세요.
마약하지 마세요. Don't do drugs. 마약 is drug. You want some drug, Julie? No? I mean, drugs are bad. Rebecca? Is there a verb that you ask to your partner?
Forgetting how to say move.
Move?
Like don't move your arm or your leg.
Okay, how do you say it?
움직이다.
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 Yes, don't move will be 움직이지 마세요. And Latifa, what's the verb that you ask to your partner?
예민.
예민? Don't be so sensitive. 예민하다 is like people that take every single word seriously. Like, oh, I like cats. Oh, does that mean you don't like dogs? Like kind of thing like that. Like,
Doesn't mean you don't like me.
yes, like that too. So that's like 예민하다 is to be sensitive. Marie, is there some verb that you ask to your partner?
We talked about 만지지 마세요.
만지지 마세요. Okay, I think most ladies would like to know that phrase. 만지다 is to touch. So if you say 만지지 마세요, it means keep that dirty hand to yourself. You'll probably use this in the club. 만지지 마세요. And guys, 만지지 마세요. Don't touch it. And SD, what verb did you ask to your partner? Don't. That kind of. It's like a series with 만지지 마세요 and like don't run. 도망치다 is run away, and if you say don't run, it would be 도망치지 마세요. Don't touch me. Hey, don't run. Okay, 선호, is there a verb that you would like to share that you have asked?
Not really, but we said because of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
don't sit, 앉지 마세요.
앉지 마세요. What is not sitting has anything to do with COVID?
Like you leave the space and you sit.
Ah, okay, like not on this chair. I was just about to ask, like, do you catch COVID when you sit? Okay, so since these are verbs that like you guys don't know, I'm sure that many of you didn't know that also. So that will be good time to learn new verbs. So let's move on to final. Doctor say, how can I help you? And you say, oh, my head hurts and I got fever. And the doctor says, oh, you have this. Do not do this and do this. So, 두통. Do you guys remember what it is? Headache, yes. 두통이에요. Repeat after me. 두통이에요. Well, the doctor's gonna say like, 두통이에요. 찬물, you guys know what it means? Cold water. So, 찬물 마시지 마세요. That would be, do not drink cold water. You know, when you have cold and you drink cold water, it's really bad. And 그리고, we have covered it. 그리고, and rest a lot. Now, Korean partners, this is the last activity. Korean partners, be a doctor and say, oh, you have this, don't do this, and do this. And international partners, try to guess what the doctor is saying. So this time, Korean partners get to say whatever you want. You can say, don't do drugs, or don't run, or don't touch anything. Okay, here we go.
어떻게 오셨어요?
그리고 잠을 많이 자세요. 잠을 많이 드셔야 돼요.
What is the what's the actual way to say brush your teeth?
잠을 많이 자세요.
Or eat
잠을
신경성이 많이
말을 너무 많이 하세요.
일을 잘하고
Another word, control trash,
졸리지 마세요.
cafe,
졸리다.
remember
졸리지 마세요. We're almost
So it's also like college, right?
when I get fever, I don't use the day. So how do I say it?
아, 내일 즐거워라.
This is quarter.
I don't like
계란 빼주세요.
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 I 필요 없어요. 그냥 필요 없어요.
Okay, everyone. The manager's giving me like, oh, when are you gonna leave? So we booked this place until like 6, so we have to like empty this place until like 57. So I try to like not cover so much details when I teach because there are things that you want to know, and since you have Korean partners, you can ask whatever you want to know, and that's the perks of this class also. So for today, that will be it. And when you go to a Korean hospital, hopefully you can speak to the doctor in Korean now. So we don't get paid. Like you would know that this is a free class, but like we're using our like money and like time to make it. So like I'm not saying like oh pay the money, but here is our Instagram. So if you guys promote, even though you guys don't like me, you can say oh so fun class. Put a hashtag or like if you mention us, that would be great. So thank you for coming, guys.